Today I am doing a fun lesson about the wonders of the world. The 7 wonders of the world. Our world is filled with the most unique structures that are both man-made and natural. At present, the wonders are chosen by the New 7 Wonders Foundation. In 2001, an initiative was started by the Swiss corporation New 7 Wonders Foundation to choose the New 7 Wonders of the world from a selection of 200 existing monuments through online votes. The first one is Chichen Itza. It's a large Mayan city. It is famous for a large pyramid temple built by the Mayan civilization. It's located in the Yucatan state in Mexico. It includes many temples and pyramids. Some of the most famous parts of Chichen Itza include El Castillo, the largest pyramid at Chichen Itza. Every year on the autumn and the beginning of spring, the sun hits the side of the building, making a show of light and shadow which looks like a snake along the steps of the building. Temple of the Warriors. Hundreds of columns surround a very big temple structure with carvings. Square columns are there that once held up the roof of the temple. These columns are carved on all 4 sides with figures of warriors wearing feathers. Great Ball Court, the largest known ancient sports field in Central America at 545 feet in length and 225 feet in width. The sounds in the ball court are remarkable. A whisper from one end can be clearly heard at the other. Sacred Cenote, pronounced cenote. A cenote is an underground lake or river. This cenote is where royalty gave gifts to the gods. Okay, here on the first picture you can see a feathered serpent sculpture at El Castillo, and then you can see the aerial view of Chichen Itza, then columns in the temples of 1,000 warriors, and then the Great Ball Court. Here you can see the sacred cenote, Temple of the Warriors, elaborate mosaic masks, and the Castillo Temple photographed by Theobald Mailer in 1892. The second wonder we are going to talk about is Christ the Redeemer. It is a statue of Jesus Christ located in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. From 1931 until 2030 meters, 98 feet tall. It sits on a 8 meters, that means 26 feet pedestal on the peak of the 700 meter, or else we can say 2300 feet. Now we will see the history of this statue. The construction was started in 1926 and took 5 years. The statue was finished in 1931. It was built to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of Brazil's independence from Portugal. The statue was built in France by the sculptor Paul Landowski. He never came to Rio to see the sculpture in place. Here you can see a panoramic view of the statue at the top of Corcovado mountain, and here you can see the photographs of the statue. The third wonder is the Great Wall of China. It is an ancient wall in China made of cement, rocks and powdered dirt. It was built to protect the north of the Empire of China from enemy attacks. It's the longest structure humans have ever built. The length is about 21,196 kilometers, which means 13,171 miles, and the width is about 9.1 meters, which is 30 feet, and the height is about 15 meters, which is 50 feet. The earlier sections on the wall are made of compacted dirt and stone. Later in the Ming Dynasty, they used bricks. There are 7,000 watchtowers, blockhouses for soldiers, and beacons to send smoke signals. Now we are going to see the characteristics of this place. Before the use of bricks, the Great Wall was mainly built from rammed earth, stones, and wood. Signal towers were built upon hilltops or other high points along the wall for their visibility. Wooden gates could be used as a trap against those going through. Barracks, stables, and armories were built near the wall's inner surface. Visibility from space. Rumors about astronauts being able to see the Great Wall from the moon are scientifically not proven. The Great Wall has shown up in radar images taken from space. One astronaut who spoke about being able to see the Great Wall from space was Neil Armstrong. He said that on the moon it was very clear that the wall was not visible. However, the astronaut William Pogge was able to see the wall from a low Earth orbit distance, that means about 300 to 530 kilometers in height, but only with binoculars and with lots of practice. Here you can see a view of the Great Wall ranging across a mountain from another part of the Great Wall near Beijing, and then part of the Great Wall of China in 1853. The fourth wonder is Machu Picchu, a pre-Columbian 15th century site located in Peru in South America. The Incas, members of dominant groups in South America in the past, built the city on a mountain ridge 2,430 meters above sea level. They lived there between 1200 and 1450 AD. Other people lived there before about 650 AD. The Incas built houses, fields, and temples by cutting the rock on the mountain so it was flat. Here you can see the terraced fields in the upper agricultural sector, the Temple of the Sun Auditorium, and the interior of an Inca building. And here you can see panoramic views of Machu Picchu. Now the next wonder we are going to talk about is Petra. It's a historical and archaeological city located in southern Jordan, among the mountains that runs from the Dead Sea to the Gulf of Aqaba. Petra is believed to have been settled as early as 9000 BC. It became the capital city of Nabatea Kingdom. The Nabateans were nomadic Arabs who used Petra because it was near the spice trade routes. Famous for its rock-cut architecture and water conduit system, Petra is also called the Rose City due to the color of the stone out of which it is carved. Here you can see a view of royal tombs in Petra, the narrow passage that leads to Petra, Petra at night, and a general view of Petra. Now we are going to talk about the Taj Mahal. It's a mosque-like building and tomb built in the 16th century by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. It's located in the city of Agra, Uttar Pradesh in India, widely thought as one of the most beautiful buildings in the world, one of India's biggest tourist attractions. It is a splendid monument, but because of pollution the Taj Mahal is turning yellow. It is one of the most notable Islamic architectures built by the Mughals in India. You can see a picture of the Emperor of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. Here you can see walkways beside reflecting pool, the great gate in the main entrance to the tomb, Taj Mahal from main entrance. Here you can see 4 minarets frame the tomb, interior view of the vaulted dome, base, dome and minaret, main marble dome, smaller domes and decorative spires that extend from the edges of the base walls. Here you can see the calligraphy of Persian poems, plant motifs, calligraphy on walls, and Taj Mahal through the fog. The Colosseum. It's a large amphitheater located in the city of Rome. The construction was started around 70 to 72 AD and it was finished in 80 AD. Works were started by Emperor Vespasian and completed by Emperor Titus. Some changes were made by Emperor Domitian. Changes were made between 81 to 96 AD. The amount of seating is about for 50,000 people and the width is about 156 meters and the length is about 189 meters and height is about 57 meters. The biggest amphitheater built by the Roman Empire was first called the Flavian Amphitheater. Colosseum was used for gladiatorial contests and other shows like animal hunts in which animals would hunt and eat prisoners or in which gladiators would fight against animals. There were also executions of prisoners, plays, and battle scenes. Sometimes it was filled with water to fight sea battles. The people of Rome could go into the Colosseum without any costs. It was free. In the Middle Ages, it was no longer used for performances. It was then used as housing, workshops, a Christian shrine, and as a supply of building stones. It is now a ruin because of earthquakes. The Colosseum is a symbol of the Roman Empire. It is one of Rome's most popular tourist attractions. On Good Fridays, the Pope leads a torch-lit Way of the Cross procession around the various levels of the amphitheater. The Colosseum appears on the Euro 5-cent coin. Here is a photograph of the Colosseum and the 1747 wave by Giovanni Paolo Panini, emphasizing the semi-rural environs of the Colosseum at the time. Here you can see the Latin inscription in the Colosseum and the interior of the Colosseum. Here you can see the Christian Martyr's Last Prayer by Jean-Léon Gérôme in 1883 and the view of the interior of the Colosseum by C.W. Eskersberg in 1815. What is your favorite place out of these amazing places? That is the end of today's lesson. Let's meet again in a new lesson. That's the end of today's lesson. Subscribe and click the bell icon of my channel and join with us. Thank you and have a nice day.